This is how to actually transform your life in 2024. Because let's be real, every year, New Year's resolution, oh, I'm gonna do this, XYZ, I'm gonna be the next king or everything. And let's be real, it's 11 months and you feel like shit, you've done nothing. I'm gonna give you 4 actionable, easy steps. And I promise you by the end of 2024, you would have been improved a million times more than you would have last year. The first step is find 3 to 5 books. Just 3 to 5, not 10, not 20. Don't tell yourself you're going to read 100 books because you're not, let's be real. Choose 3 to 5. So I would choose some from my shelf right now that I would read. These are 3 that I've read that I would really recommend. We have Mastery by Robert Greene. It's a great book on finding your purpose. And honestly, that's all that matters really. 48 Laws of Power. If you want to, know if you're getting manipulated, especially if you found that people have tried to manipulate you a lot, this will really help. And do epic shit. This really just tells you to take risks in life. Those 3 books, or choose any 3 books which you find interesting and read them. And whenever you feel like you're gonna pull your phone out, in those situations you should be reading books. And if you finish your 3 to 5, that's great. Add more throughout the year, but just start with those 3 and it'll be so simple. Now the reason I say this is because we live in a world of like really fast entertainment, right? Look behind me, I've got my computer and everything. I can access every bit of entertainment for free, essentially. Is that really best for us? I don't think so. So if you really want to level up, that's the main thing. Number 2 is using Notion to schedule all your days, right? The way you're going to schedule it out is you're going to block your time into 30 to 50 minute blocks. So for example, it would be 7:30 to 8, 8:30 to 9, 9 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10, so on and so forth. And every morning for just 5-10 minutes, you're going to plan out your day. When you would usually pull out your phone and scroll Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, in those 5-10 minutes, plan out your day in the morning. And stick to it. And every time you don't stick to it, you count that as a day that's failed. Every time you do stick to it, you count that as a day that's passed. And that goes with your bad habits as well, if you're trying to quit some bad habits. So I know for me, in the past 9 months, I went from playing video games every day for like 3-4 hours minimum, to now in the past 9 months, the only time I've played games is with family at someone else's house really. And that's such a big improvement. Because we know these things are inevitable, right? Eventually we're going to go somewhere, we're going to eat the things we probably shouldn't, we're going to, party when we shouldn't, we might fall into bad habits. It's fine, we're meant to make mistakes, we're humans, we're not robots. But it's better if you can do the best thing you can 99% of the time. That 1% doesn't mean you lose all your progress, you still have 99% of the progress. And you should treat this like most bad habits in the same way. If you are addicted to Netflix, and you used to watch 15 hours and now you only watch 1, that 14 hours is all hours of improvement. And if you can just slowly reduce, essentially you basically quit. It's at the point where it's fine, or you should just stop completely because you barely do it anyway. That's the next thing. That's planning out your days, reading your books. Now find a passion, so that's why I said read Mastery. Find a passion and fully just dedicate your mind to it. That passion can be a sport, it can be as simple as the gym, it can be an art, it can be a new hobby, so it could be coding, it could be making soap, for all I care. Honestly, just any hobby which you think you will stick to because you find it interesting, just do it. For at least 3 hours a day, dedicate yourself to sitting and just doing it. Or if it's a sport, then going outside and doing it inside, whatever you need to do. And track how many hours and how much you progress in said thing. So like calisthenics, maybe try and build up to 10 clean pull-ups, try and build up to holding an L sit for so many seconds. If it's something like, I don't know, soap making, maybe it's making the cleanest, nicest, most beautiful soap you've ever seen. That's what you gotta do. And by the end, you're gonna see I've progressed so much. And you kind of gamify your life per se. You know how in a game you have a progress bar, right? You want to put that progress bar into your life, and life will feel more like a game. And that's the best thing you can do. And that's step 3. And step 4 is make sure you're writing everything down. I do this in Notion, right? Every time you feel like there is something you need to remember, there is an idea you have, there is like a feeling you can't get out, just write it down in Notion or in a notebook or a journal or whatever. And then reflect over it when you're in a better state of mind, because what you'll find is you'll make a lot of irrational decisions if you simply stick to what is right in front of you. Whereas if you go and write it down and think about it and write all the pros and cons of taking decision X or decision Y, should you invest £10,000, should you not, should you eat this food or not, take all the pros and cons and see if you think you'll benefit from it. If you will, do it. If you won't. But make sure you write all the pros and cons and weigh them up fairly. Don't just like think about, oh, I'm gonna love this food, so I'm gonna eat it. Maybe that food is gonna be the reason you would stay addicted to junk food. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it. Just know that it's you and your life and your discipline which you have to build up, and no one else can do that for you. So stop procrastinating self-help, fix yourself for 2024. Peace.